All right. Hey, welcome back to the Go for CEO channel. We're here live, getting a chance to be with this gentleman. It's awesome to be in business where you can hear the story of how things go on, what are some new things, and how can that impact have with either business lending or the industry that you're doing, all that type of stuff. So, Al, thank you so much for coming to the Go for CEO channel.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for inviting me over.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we're gonna have a great conversation and learn a little bit about Angels Home Healthcare, right? And everything that you're doing. I know that you shared with me a different division that you're growing and out of the Philippines and some of the power that you have and
Right.
just connections. And we jokingly said a little bit earlier, it really is about connections in
Of
life,
course, yeah.
right?
It's more of it's knowing. It's more on the someone than what you know in yourself. So it's like good to have someone that you know in this particular industry. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. So we like to start off in the Go for CEO channel, just kind of sharing what is, your background and a little bit of the story of how you got to the idea of Angels Home. You kind of told me a little bit about that first, loan that you first got and
Right.
how it helped
Right.
get some contracts with the
Right.
state and those things. So tell us a little bit about Angels Home Healthcare and an understanding of how you started it.
Yeah, we are a non-skilled, non-medical home care agency, and it started back in 2014. It actually inspired me to go into the industry because I was a CNA myself before.
Hmm. Oh,
Took care of clients in a facility, and breaks my heart actually seeing those clients that just being visited by their family once a week,
hmm.
and as much as I wanted to give actually equal care, I just can't do it because in the facility you are given like 12 patients and you're gonna take care of them, and then when you're taking care of one and then one will be needing something, then and you cannot just be as much as you wanted to multitask, you can't do it, and I feel so bad about it. It's like, you know what, I would like to go to an industry like we can do a one-on-one.
Hmm.
That's what it started, and I was able to talk to a buddy of mine. I would like to put up a home care agency, and we started with few clients at that time, all private duty, and eventually, with the help, actually, as I mentioned to you earlier, with Huntington, I was able to secure a loan for the line of credit that they needed for the application to be able to get a contract with the state. And at that time when it was approved, and actually the company started to grow because we have already the federal, which is from Department of Aging, and then Department of Rehab, and we have also VA, and we have some commercial insurances right
Hmm.
now also as well. And with the baby boomers actually nowadays, it's getting to be a lot of clients actually that's coming our way, coming from federal and from the state. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Baby boomers, you mentioned, I think it's what, 11,000 a day turn 65. So, so
Correct.
it's, and that's going to be for the next 8 or 9 years,
Correct.
right?
Correct. Correct.
So that's huge generation and you're serving it, man. It's really cool that your inspiration came from what you were doing, right?
Yes,
So,
yes, yes. And every time I would talk to our caregivers, and when we have the orientation, we always tell them like, well, if they are mentally, physically, and emotionally okay, they don't need us. So we
mhm,
just need to have a lot of patience, a lot of
mhm.
understanding. And I joke around with them like, when you buy patience, don't go to the dollar store. Go to Costco or go to Sam's Club. You can buy it by the wholesale because that's what we
By
needed,
bulk.
by bulk, by bulk. So patience,
Yeah.
patience, patience is what we needed for all the clients that we have, especially those that dementia and Alzheimer
Yeah.
clients of ours. Yeah.
Interesting,
Mhm.
interesting. So look, you get this line of credit, you start forming contracts and relationships with the state.
Mhm.
We're in Illinois, and so tell us a little bit about, you started with a few private clients, but how do you start to then either market side of things, or which part would you like to talk about? The expansion, right, with help, right, labor, or marketing?
More on the marketing side of it,
Okay.
because when you started the marketing side of it, and then you started to get some more client, and the expansion of the labor force that would like to work on, and now that we are, it's actually difficult when it comes to a challenge. I would not say the word difficult. Correct me on that one. It's a challenge actually when, especially with the state and federal, because they will be giving, like for example, like 20 hours a week, and they would and the client would say, Al, I would like to use the 20 hours from the state that I was approved for like 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. And with this current labor situation that we have, it's really difficult actually to hire someone. Even on the 8 hour shift, it's difficult to get someone. And the more that you will be able to have a challenge when getting only like 4 hours or 3 hours every time.
Mhm.
Um, but we did our homework on how to do it, and with the help of the social media. I mentioned to you also earlier that we were able to do a targeted marketing,
Mm.
targeted recruitment, rather targeted recruitment, and we are able to post it on that particular area on the zip code, because there's a way that you can do it actually in social media, especially in Facebook, that you can just post it on that particular area alone,
Mm.
and then we will be able to get some help and some caregiver or some care partners, we call it actually, on that particular area. Yeah, I started with marketing, and then after the marketing side of it, we're getting some more referrals. Then we work on how to, we think about how to bring in workers also. Targeted recruitment is more of, if you are like a student looking only for a few hours of work every day, then we recruit from there. Um, we recruit also with excuse me, with retirees. They're sick and tired already of traveling the world, maybe after they retire, and they're looking for some gig, like small gigs only, and for 4 hours a day only. We target that. We target also moms that stay at home mom after they drop off their kids in school at 8 o'clock in the morning and picking them up at 3 in the afternoon. There's some time there that they can actually work instead of
Mm.
just going to the social media and gossip or whatnot. So we have those kind of care partners also as well. So we really we focus on those particular groups, and like churches group. We talk to them, and then and ask them if maybe they have someone that would be needing some, few hours a week of work.
Mm.
Yeah, luckily right now it's working well with us. Yeah.
Awesome. So you really developed a strategy
Mhm.
to market to a workforce
Mhm.
while you knew that these contracts would bring you into certain areas, and then you super targeted
Yeah.
that niche area. Wow, that's really cool. And that's a great experience, Go for CEO community, where you could really learn your industry, learn your business, and then take the tools like
Mhm.
Facebook and all these things to really
Mhm.
kind of be an advantage for you, right?
Correct.
So that's
Correct.
neat. So tell us a little bit, was this was your first venture as an entrepreneur?
No, no, no.
Okay.
I had one, but it's totally different. Well, you know what? Yeah. It started actually back in 2003, 2004. I have we call it giveawaysdepot.com.
Okay.
It's more of the giveaways. And we come into different home healthcare agency,
Oh.
and we supply their marketing materials like presentation folder or pen, or during holiday they would need a package of a bag and a maybe a shirt, or maybe a pill box. They wanted to give it to their patients
Hmm.
on the holiday season, so we have a package on that one, a tote bag that comes with a tote bag. So we had that one for until I think about 2012, 2014. And then and the opportunity came into the home health. So that's why I moved to the home health
Hmm.
industry, because of I was exposed to the different agency and what they're
Hmm.
doing, what they're doing and what they can offer to our elderly. So I said, I'll be doing that the same thing. I have a background anyway as a CNA
Hmm.
before and stuff like that. So yes, I did have a background, but not actually with the home care agency industry, but that's more on the advertising specialty.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, and that probably parlayed your expertise on really being so niche in your
Yes.
marketing,
Hmm.
being very specific and strategic, right,
Correct.
to grow that. So interesting stuff. So tell me, a lot of the times we ask for with our owners is, what are some struggles that happened when you were growing as far as challenges with labor? What are some things that you've learned throughout the last few years?
Um, beginning at the beginning, it's a challenge really to market yourself and then to be able to get noticed by facilities. So I invested a lot of time and a little bit more money also as well. Um, if I go to the facilities and visit all the facilities that I'm going, I don't go there and just present myself because everyone else is doing it the same way anyway. So when I go to the facilities, I go and bring them some donuts. I know some people actually do bring some donuts also as well, but what I did was bring them Stan's donut. So Stan's donut is just a specialty donut. So when you come in and then who brought this Stan's donut? Like it's not a Dunkin' donut the normal way. So every week I would drop by and bring in donuts. My idea is that if you want it to be a little bit of a different, so you have to bring in something that would notice. Oh, bring this one because if it's Dunkin' Donut, it's gonna scrub your shoulder. But okay, that that I can get that anytime. But Stan's Donut, you can actually find it only in the city and only in Oak Brook. Not a lot of
so you made effort.
Yeah, I made effort to do that. It did work. It did work actually. I spent that's expensive donuts. Like a dozen is $32 a dozen.
Jeez.
So it did work. It did work, and then from there on, I started to get calls from different facility, and they wanted to meet me and then sit down with them, and they started to send some referrals over. I was a struggle, but at the beginning, you don't know if it's going to work or not, and it's more on getting to be on their mindset. That's why we go there almost every week or every other week. We hit all those facilities around the area and be noticed. And suddenly it started to work on getting it. Staffing also was a challenge, especially in this particular industry. 24/7. Most of the clients is 24/7. They live in, and but I network with a lot of caregivers, and I do some networking with some parties. I go there and hand over my card and just to let them know we need some caregivers, even though that we don't need yet. But I just wanted to fill the pool of caregivers in an event that we will have someone. So when I call them, sometimes like they would say, I don't have. I'm right now. I already have a client, Al. Oh, that's fine. But do you know anyone? Maybe you could refer me over or whatnot. Oh, you know what? Call this. Maybe they would have. They know someone. They're available. And then you call them. You call that person. They might say again that they are available or they're not available. I will ask that person again. Do you know anyone? So it's a connection from one person to another. I started with probably 10 caregivers on my phone, but now I think I have probably a couple of thousand there.
Wow. You bring up such a great point. When you think about the touches that it takes, right, to touch a client or touch a prospect, you said with the Stan's Bakery donuts, you were distinctive, you were different, not just regular donuts. And then you did it consistently. And then it maybe took like what most statistics is 7 to 12 touches. And all of a sudden they started calling you, right? They knew who you were. They really appreciated the extra effort of knowing like Stan's Donuts isn't just regular. And then also now your personal contacts or the people you're meeting and networking, you're asking for them to ask for you to get someone else, right? So pretty awesome stuff. So help me understand too. I mean, now you had mentioned, did you have a partner initially, right?
Yes.
Okay. What was that dynamic like? Obviously, when you're a CNA, you're working, you get this idea, you partner with someone. What are some of the things that you could share with our community that were interesting about having a partnership side?
He is actually they've been in the industry for about probably 10-15 years.
Okay.
And the wife actually of my partner is the one that is partnered with another agency. So I'm proud to say that she actually mentored me. She mentored me on how to deal with clients and what to do and all this stuff. I have the basic caregiving knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
but the technicalities of it, I don't have that one. That's why I actually partnered with this particular person,
Mm-hmm.
and she guided me on what to do and what to do on in some situation that needs some kind of knowledge from someone that's been in the industry for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a point to do that one because it's even though I have the basic knowledge of, I have the business acumen within me, but I just don't have the knowledge yet on this particular industry. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I have someone on board to help me out on that one and learn from her.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter that we just had a fallout that it did not down the road. It didn't work out, but that's why we have we part our ways. But she actually did help me a lot
That's
in
awesome.
starting with it. Yeah.
Well, look, I mean, look, you know, it's really interesting in business having a chance to get that mentor to facilitate the other areas, right? You
Right.
think, I know how to be a mechanic,
Mhm.
but do I know how to be a mechanic shop owner? Right?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
You know, I know how to be a chef. I'm a great chef. I can make incredible plates, but do I know how to run a restaurant? Right?
Correct.
It's completely different. So there's operations, there's scaling, there's funding, right? As you said, you
Right.
partnered with Huntington to get that first
Right.
100,000. Now you're growing from there, and your business is thriving, and
Right.
great stuff. So, look, I'd love to have you on again, and really just every 6 months or so,
Sure.
get a chance to kind of learn more about what's going on with Angels Home
Sure.
Care. Can you tell us a little bit about, now that you've established yourself, that other twist that you're adding on? It sounds like we talked off camera about some of the VA stuff and the things that you're implementing. So you're ready, you're mature in business now where you're adding other services. Tell us a little bit about
Yeah,
that.
we're adding right now. We are doing the staffing also,
Mm.
staffing on the facilities, like the staffing nurses, staffing CNAs to them, and we're hiring also nurses and CNA nurses from the Philippines, and then we are sponsoring caregivers from the Philippines also.
Oh, wow.
The good
Okay.
thing about it is that right now it was only offered to the nurses to have an immigrant petition. But now with the caregiver, we can also do it the same way as an immigrant petition right away. It's not a working visa; it's going to be an immigrant petition right away for them.
Mm.
So I'm opening that avenue right now for caregivers coming from the Philippines, so that we have that steady workforce that would be able to fill the void for whatever we needed in here right now.
Awesome, awesome. Well, look, I mean, it's really cool that you learned from a mentor, got yourself out there, built the business, learned the business, and now you're at a point where your growth trajectory is about adding different services in different
Right.
areas. So,
Right.
so one of the things that we do at Go for CEOs, we talk about the last three right things, which is client experience, employee, or really just engagement with why people do business with Angels Home Healthcare, and then also operational excellence, right? So we've touched a little bit on everything, right? So, but to kind of end the interview here, tell us a little about what is the value proposition when you think about Angels Home Healthcare and client experience. Why do you think you're getting such great feedback and momentum in building your business when it comes to client experience?
Yeah. Here's the well. I don't promise it with all of the clients, but they know that if we cannot find anyone to provide the care, especially when you have call-ins and you're having a hard time actually finding someone, worst comes to worst, me or my office team will go in and be there with the client no
Wow.
matter what. So until the time that we'll find someone.
Hmm.
So when I hire someone in the office, I right there and then I will tell them our client is our family. So if you cannot find anyone for that particular client, one of you, and if any of you will not be available, let me know because I will go in there with my experience to do it also the same way.
Hmm.
So they know that they can they when the client call, I would all of us in the office knows that we cannot just wait a day or two. We need to call them back right away on
Hmm.
that the same day. If there's any concern, we have to address it right away. It's not like, okay, all right, here you are, but we'll let you know. We'll call you tomorrow, whatnot, and the client will be waiting for the call, and they're not even receiving any responses to whatever they called about yesterday. So we make it sure that it is being coordinated. Um, our government side, most of our agency, as far as I know, they have more ratio
Mhm.
for care coordinators. Our ratio with care coordinators is 15 to 1, meaning one care coordinator will take care of 15 clients in coordinating for the care for that particular client. We don't
Mhm.
overwhelm them too much of having so many clients because we wanted the quality of care between the team of the care coordinator, the care partners, and the care supervisor. Those three would work together for 15 clients.
Hmm.
For 15 clients. So that's the most. I would say I'm proud to say that my team actually would be able to address any concerns right away and not wait for like a day or two to get it handled.
I love it. So what you're really detailing there, and I'm hearing, is this all-in mindset, right?
Mhm.
Everybody on your team, internally, and obviously the caregivers, they all know that it's the brand, it's the culture, it's the
Correct.
quality of what, and then the owner himself, right, can jump right
I
in
will jump
and
in.
be a part of that. So
Yeah, yeah, because
that's
they're
such a cool,
family. If you
yeah,
consider them family, you can just let them left alone.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially with dementia and Alzheimer client, they cannot be. We have a client. We had a client actually here in this area, Darien, back in like 2018, 2019, got out from the house actually in cold weather because he doesn't know he's actually dementia and
Mm.
wandering around during nighttime, and it was so cold that night. And my caregiver was so worried already. It was late at night, 1 o'clock. She called me. I live in the Skokie at that time. I went all the way to Darien and started looking for this person. Actually, we found him a couple of blocks up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a couple of blocks. I like fly all the way there right away and try to look for that client. And we suddenly, I mean, we found him like a couple of blocks away from home.
Mm.
So yeah, I treat myself like a doctor or a fireman that any
Mm.
time of the night, any time of the day, you call me. If I need you need my input or you want me to be there, what I'm my presence, I'll go there right away.
That's awesome. Well, I'll tell you, I mean, that's a differentiator, right? And why you're growing so fast. So the E is for engagement. You've kind of described an incredible culture, but what do you do as an owner to keep your clients engaged, to keep your vendors engaged, right? You gave us a little taste of the Stan's Bakery, right? Of how you build that relationship initially, but what are some reasons people engage with Angels and yourself?
Well, our platform, we do have a platform that we have like we call it like the family room.
Mhm.
So and it's a real time. So every time there is anything that was done, the caregiver will be able to enter all those information in the platform, and there will be a notification right away to the
Mm.
family. And the family doesn't even need actually to go in and call the caregiver or call us in the office. They can go in and to that application, and then they can just enter whatever they wanted the caregiver to do. So
Mhm.
the engagement is within the platform. We are all notified in a real time. So
Mm.
if for example the medication was not administered or was not given on a particular time, because as soon as you give the medication, you should actually go into the platform and you just need to click yes, was taken already or whatnot. If that particular time actually it will give the platform will give you only like 15, like if for example if it's 9 o'clock, is the 9 o'clock is the medication should be given, and then it's already 9:15 and it's still not there. Notification to the caregiver, the caregiver will receive, the family also will receive that right away. Or maybe the caregiver gave it already and she just forgot to say yes on
Mm.
the platform. The family will be notified right away. So that's a good thing about the platform that we have that support the whole agency, because it took care of the quality assurance and the quality control of the services that we're providing.
Another great, we could probably talk 30 minutes on that, just accountability, right? And how that helps engage your client, your team member, yourself, the what's called the patient, per se. So really awesome.
Definitely.
So last one, and that kind of goes into it, but operational excellence, right? When you think about how you've grown this business and the community can learn about, operating this type of business, what are some maybe high level 30 seconds of, what makes the difference in the way that you operate?
Um, well, it's more on the quality and not about the quantity.
Mhm.
Meaning that I'm not giving so much of my care coordinator so much number of quantity of the client, because I want to make sure that they have the quality that they can offer for that 15 clients only that they have.
Mhm.
I am more on giving enough staffing that would cover the entire spectrum of the care of one particular client. So we give them enough support, back office support, and the care coordinator support to make sure that we are on top of every single situation for all of our clients.
I love it. I love it. So you've touched on technology, you've touched on culture, you've touched on, operations. It really makes a lot of sense that you took a passion that you got a career for,
Mhm.
and then converted it. But you started with advertising, right? And that cultural side,
Right.
and then converted it into a business. So
Correct.
awesome stuff, man. Thank you so much for making the time here today. And like I said, every 6 to 12 months, our goal at the Go for CEO channel is to tune in with you,
Sure.
find out what's going on with Angels Home Healthcare, like where have you grown to, and then hopefully build a culture and a community. So Go for CEO community. This is Al with Angels Home Healthcare. Check him out. We'll put his website in the information. What are some ways that people can get a hold of you if they want to do business or maybe be part of the
they
team?
they can actually go into our website. If you are a facility that you would like to make a referral to us, we have the referral form on our website. And contact us also. There's a form on our website also that you can fill out, that we would receive it right away and someone will get back to you, or you can call me directly. My number, if I can,
Yeah.
it's 312-877-0773. You can call me directly and I can take care of the needs of any family member that you might need someone, some assistance.
And the website, what is it?
The website is myangels.homecare.com.
And then are you on LinkedIn and Facebook and everything?
Facebook, yes.
Okay.
I just don't have those information. My social
Okay,
media
no
manager
worries,
knows about it.
no worries. But awesome. Well, hey, thank you so much, Go for CEO community. Another great local CEO, founder, entrepreneur. Someone that you could learn from, and you'll be seeing around the Go for CEO community in the future as well. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click the like button and share this with other people so that you can actually be a part of the community. Leave a comment as well. I'm sure Al will take a look at a comment if there's anything that he could explain. And what a great story. So thank you so much for
Thank you, sir.
coming
Thank
on.
you for having me.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. Pretty good.